Well, we got our butts kicked. Hats off to Tulane. I knew that was a really good football team coming in this game, and they were every bit of that today. I thought they had a really good plan on both sides of the football. They outplayed us and out-physicaled us. Things we knew we had to do, we didn't get done. Really disappointed. Thought we had a great week of preparation. Thought our kids were ready to play. Disappointed for our fans. A great crowd out there today, and didn't give them much to cheer for, and so I'm sorry for that. We knew we'd have to be at our best today to have a chance, and we weren't. It's a good football team that we played, but we certainly didn't help ourselves. We were inept offensively today. Couldn't get anything going. I think we were 1 of 11 on third down. Shot ourselves in the foot a bunch. A lot of self-inflicted wounds out there. Penalties, turnovers, mistakes, and just not good enough all around. And so disappointed. We got to figure out a way to bounce back during the bye week, finish the season up the right way. But I thought we did some good things defensively early on. The dagger for us on defense was getting them in third and long and not being able to get off the field. And I think in the second half, we got worn down defensively, and they were able to have some success around the football, especially in the second half. So disappointing, really disappointed. I thought we had a great opportunity in front of us this week, and just wasn't good enough to get it done. It's on me.
So are you able to elaborate a little bit on Blake's situation? He went in, went out, went back in, kind of what was, and this isn't a sit about in the second half. What went into that?
He's been dealing with a rib issue, some back spasms related to that. Took a shot early on in the game, and we tried to do everything we could to get him comfortable and get him back out there. And just training staff didn't feel good about putting him back out there. Didn't feel like he could go.
Obviously, it's next man up mentality, but without him, how does the offense? What are the limitations without him in the offense?
Well, I think you saw that, and not that we were killing it when Blake was out there, but it certainly hurt to lose him. He's a good player, and but yeah, it's the next man up mentality around here, and Braxton's a talented young man, got a lot of ability. He's got to be able to take charge of the offense, and we got to go back and look at it and find a way to get better. And expect more out of Braxton, and I think we'll get more moving forward when we need him.
The possession time is glaring. Almost 36 minutes of possession time. Basically, Tulane did to you what you like to do to other teams, hogging the ball.
Yeah, I think that was the second half. I don't know how many plays we ran offensively. I think it was certainly in the low teens. So we couldn't get off the field on defense. We got worn down a little bit, and you get the ball back and you go 3 and out, or you have a turnover. You got to go right back out on the field defensively. And we got some guys banged up today, and they wore us down. And I think going into the game, they're third in the country in time of possession. They were able to run the ball effectively, especially in the second half. We just couldn't get anything going on offense. Couldn't get a first down. So you're not gonna have success when you can't do that.
That's the first time Navy's been shut out at home since 2012, I believe. San Jose State. That's what Stacy said. Obviously, that doesn't happen very often here.
No, it doesn't. It's disappointing. Like I said, we were inept offensively today all around. I think from execution standpoint, it was poor. Like I said, a lot of self-inflicted things, and Tulane had a lot to do with it. Wags, there's no doubt about that. It's a dang good football team, but in a game like that, you can't have self-inflicted wounds and expect to have any success, and just couldn't sustain any drives. In the first half, we got a couple things going, but getting 4th and 2, and thought we converted there on the slant and just couldn't come up with it. And so, kind of the story of the day. But we knew we had to get off on a fast start against these guys, and we dug ourselves a hole early, and that's a hard hole to come out of against a really good football team, especially when you're struggling offensively. So.
Coach, after the success you've had to start this season, what's your message to the guys after a tough loss like this in terms of bouncing back and having the confidence to finish strong here the rest of the season?
I told them we got our butts kicked. I mean, you gotta call it what it is, you know. And sometimes that happens when you play good teams, and we knew going into it. Like I said earlier, we were gonna have to be at our very best to have a chance to win it, and we weren't. And we were in fact the opposite of that. You know, I thought it was as poor as we played all year offensively. You know, put our defense in some bad situations. You know, and they were on the field a ton in the second half against a really good Tulane offense. And, it's a bad formula right there. And so, the message is you take it on the chin and you learn from it. You move forward, and you know we got a bye week next week, and we're a pretty banged up football team right now, like a lot of teams are in November. And we got to heal up, and we got to go to work and get better at some things and clean some things up, obviously, and then finish the season up the right way.
You touched on this a little bit, but if Horvath was fully healthy, if he was able to play this full game, do you think this could have been? I know it's hard to think of the hypotheticals, but do you think this game could have gone completely different?
I don't know. Maybe a little different. You know, I'm dealing with hypotheticals, so I can't really answer that question.
Senior day, it's not the way you want to go out. Can you talk just how disappointing that was?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely disappointing. I mean, it's kind of obvious that it would be disappointing, but I mean, I'm still happy to be going and grinding with these guys every single day, and it's a blessing just to be in that stadium.
What do you think went wrong offensively today?
I mean, we just weren't executing. It's simple. I mean, when we execute, we can beat teams and we can put up points, but we just weren't executing, and I think that's all I can say about that.
Kind of same question to you, Braxton. Offensively, what kind of went sideways for you, and did you anticipate maybe having to play this week with Blake's situation?
You know, we try to practice. I try to practice every week with the possibility of playing. You got to prepare like a starter. That's what Coach Connick always says. But like David said, it was just a lack of execution. We couldn't really get things going. We were shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties, whether that be, you know, false starts or things like that, and then turnovers as well. You know, like Coach Newberry said, against a good opponent, you know, you don't really give yourself a chance if you have that many turnovers and penalties.
And for any of the players, it's obviously not easy to think about now, but you still have a lot of goals in front of you, Commander's Hughes Trophy, beating Army, all that stuff. How do you put this game past you in the open week and kind of move on?
We just got to go watch the film on Monday and learn from it. There were a lot of mistakes made. You know, we're going to magnify everything and see what we did wrong. And then from that, you know, we're going to get better in the off week. We're going to heal and recover and look forward to ECU.
Colin talked all week about the need to stop the run. This is a team that likes to run the ball, and they hit their average pretty much, 220 rushing yards. What just wear you down a little bit?
You know, we just didn't do it. It's disappointing. Got left from move on.
Well, can you just talk about, you know, senior day? I know it's a big day for you guys, and this is obviously not how you wanted to go out.
Yeah, super disappointing. Just what it is.
Braxton, Coach had said that when you go in, you have to take charge of the offense. Did you feel that you didn't do that the way you should have?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, very disappointing. I think I expect more out of myself. The coach expects more out of me, and we just gotta play better.
You guys had such great success to start the season. Have had a little bit of adversity, struggles lately. How much more does a loss like this motivate you guys to bounce back and finish the season strong and get back to the way you guys were playing? And whoever wants to answer it.
I mean, it's always motivating after a loss because, like, you don't ever want to feel that same way again. Like, the sting of a loss will carry you so unbelievably far, and I believe that's what these guys will do. We'll take it personally, and we'll, you know, carry it throughout the rest of the season.
Gotcha. And then just for all, and whoever wants to answer this as well, just Horvath dealing with the injuries. I mean, how tough is that personally for him? Do you guys have any words of encouragement for him, and how does that maybe impact you guys as a team when he's not able to go?
I mean, Blake's a tough dude, and he's been dealing with this throughout the whole entire season. And the only words of encouragement I could give him is just stay positive and, you know, keep being tough, keep being you, because he's been a great presence for this team through injury or through health. So, yeah, just keep being him.